Hi there, V-Gang. It's a girl V and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time coming through to my channel, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming through. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you're a regular diggler subby, welcome back. Hey, welcome to another episode of my channel. On this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and hacks that you need to know before you plan your trip to Paris. Paris for beginners can be overwhelming due to the city's many attractions and challenges. To make it stress-free, Paris beginners should plan their trips in advance. Buy the Paris museum passes, walk as much as possible, use Uber, make restaurant reservations in advance, plan free days in their itinerary, and make advanced reservations for the Eiffel Tower. Relax, forget the French stereotypes, and just have a good time. First things first, you need to be aware of the pickpocketing situation, which is a real nightmare in Paris. Let's just say that there's a 1% chance that you could meet a pickpocketer, but the fact remains that it is a major problem in Paris and other big cities, as you can imagine. So you need to be aware and survey all the time. You will definitely hear announcements regularly warning you about being aware of this. Make sure that you store your belongings securely, tightly zip your bags, make sure no one is following you and no one is too tight behind you. Avoid crowded places, keep your bag in the front. They are so smooth, so there's high chances that you will not feel anything odd until you begin to look for the thing that was taken. So please be careful. It's something that you need to keep at the bag front side of your heart and your mind. All right, so take time out to understand the ticketing system for buses and trains, because if you buy the wrong ticket, you will not be able to use it when you get there and you would have wasted money, therefore needing to buy another ticket, which is just annoying if you ask me. So this is something that you need to be wary of. Take time, get rid of the assumptions or the assumption that Paris is the Eiffel Tower region. Paris is a very, very big city. Expect to see a lot of people and big crowds, especially during the weekends, during holidays, but essentially at any time really, because it's a very popular destination for tourists. Avoid talking to strangers, especially in the public areas, touristy places, and have a plan beforehand. So when we say plan in advance, this means thoroughly plan to avoid frustration and disappointment during your trip. Do your research and read extensively to have an idea of how to navigate yourself around the city and schedule your time. Google Maps is your friend. It is very detailed, so you'll be able to get around swiftly. Secondly, when I talk about buying a Paris museum pass, this saves you a lot of time and money by eliminating waiting in lines at major museums. Order your passes in advance. This will allow you to see so many museums in Paris, as it is home to over 100 museums, which gives you're spoiled for choice, essentially. I always say the best way to see a city is to walk and explore the city through walking. So walking in Paris is definitely beautiful. It helps you to keep your weight together because you'll be eating a lot of tasty French pastries and drinking a lot of hot chocolate. I'm joking, but like if you like that kind of stuff, you definitely find a lot of it in Paris. Wear comfortable shoes and don't worry too much about the fashion. Actually, worry about the fashion, because I'm a very fashionable person, so I still want to look nice and cute in case I want to take a photo during my walking escapade. So you can actually look cute nonetheless and walk. Nothing wrong with that. You can use Uber in place of using the Parisian taxis, because sometimes walking is not an option as some of the places are far away from each other. As I said, Paris is not a small city, it's a big city. So walking, yes, but sometimes it's just better and easier to take an Uber, which is cheaper significantly than a taxi. So when we talk about restaurant reservations, it's important that you make a reservation beforehand, because most of the restaurants take up reservations. You can find certain restaurants that don't require you to have a reservation beforehand, but high chances you'll find a lot of people waiting there in long queues. Especially if it's a popular restaurant, you'll find long queues. I remember we passed by Café des Fleurs, and it's actually really popular with Parisians and tourists as well. It's pretty, it's Instagrammable, it's just vibes. Yeah. There was it was breakfast time and there was a significantly long queue. So me and my friend were just looking at each other like, girl, no, we're not waiting in this queue. But it's a good place to have nice breakfast. So just do your research in advance and then make your reservations for restaurants in advance. It's a good idea to have free days in your itinerary where you can just spend the day wandering around the city, stopping at cafes along the way, and just you're not pressed for time. So when you plan your trip, make sure that you have one day readily available for you to take some time off and just cool down and enjoy the scenery and enjoy the vibes. So it's actually a good idea to make a reservation to go see the Eiffel Tower, especially if you want to go up the Eiffel Tower, because especially when I went, it was around just before Christmas. There weren't too many people in comparison to the amount of people that actually go there in the summer. So if you do want to go up the Eiffel Tower, or if you want a chance to get inside the barrier that encloses the Eiffel Tower, then you definitely need to make a reservation in advance, because high chances there will be too many people. Take your time to enjoy the beauty of Paris, okay? Even if you don't see everything that you wanted to see, because as I said, it's a very big city. So even if you don't see everything that you want to see, just enjoy the moment, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the time that you have to actually do the things that you possibly can. So there's stereotypes that French people are rude, stereotypes that French people don't like tourists, don't like English speakers, or anyone who doesn't speak French. These are all French stereotypes, okay? They are rude people everywhere you go. There are nice people everywhere you go. So keep an open mind and just enjoy the experience, okay? You will be amazed to find many French people who are absolutely nice and they don't fit into the stereotype. So avoid functioning from a point of stereotype and just enjoy the vibes and enjoy the scenery. Alrighty guys, so this brings me to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please do let me know in the comment sections and I'll do more videos about this. But yeah, these are my tips to having a stress-free, enjoyable trip to Paris for beginners. I was a beginner. I would definitely go again because I had a great time. But these are my tips that I would probably share. All right, thank you so much for watching and see you again. Bye. God bless you.